February. Honest 11 p.m. Wow. I cannot believe that just happened. I went to AJ's studio and almost walked out with a record deal. I was sober too. He started rolling a joint and offered me some, but I immediately said no. Last week, I had drinks at Lighthouse Studios and the executive was totally judging me when I got into my car. Anyway, AJ wants to record me. This sounds weird, but on the drive home, I swear I felt the presence of God or whatever in my windshield. I paused at a stop sign to see if I could bottle up the feeling. For a moment, I even forgot that Nora and I broke up. Hey God. Ha. It's me. If you give me this record deal, I swear I'll never drink and drive again. I'm gonna practice Heartbreaker for a little bit, then go to bed. Actually, I'm gonna smoke first. This is so fucking exciting. March Honest, 2012. 4 p.m. awkward. That the last thing I wrote about was AJ. Yeah, that fell through. Prick. I did kind of break my end of the deal with God or whatever, but it's been 2 weeks since my last drink. Some kind of flu kicked my ass for 14 days, and I almost went to the ER. I did lose like 7 pounds though. Anyway, today is Vero's drag show, so I'm putting on my tight black dress, the one Nora loved, and meeting Sasha for brunch. I literally just got color back in my face though, so I won't go too hard. You know what? Maybe I won't even drink at all. Mocktails and water, baby. Did Nora really like that dress? Or did I just buy it because I thought she would? March 20, I'm up. It's barely 6 a.m. I can't see, cause there's too much light in here and my head fucking hurts, so this might be messy. I drank last night. Yesterday. Whoa. That was a whole day? Fuck. And I drove. Vero and I made it home. But where were we coming from? I remember Sasha ordering bottomless. I forgot to tell her I was taking it easy. That's on me. Fuck. I made Vero a burger at Joey's place. I said it was vegan. They ate it. Was it vegan though? I don't know what if I just poisoned my situationship. They're hot, and I care about them. And they're SO vegan. Fuck. Just checked. The brand we had was vegan. Jesus. I also Googled AA. There's one at 7:30 a.m. on Melrose. I'm gonna read a book till it starts. I feel anxious. Note to self, buy a fucking book. March 3rd. One or something. I took a chip yesterday. My stomach really hurts. And I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to be alone. Everything feels loud and I feel dark, like someone buried me. I can't believe I almost fed Vero a non-vegan hamburger. At the meeting, some guy named Arrow called on me to share. I just cried and told everyone about the burger. They were kind, said I got lucky. Then Arrow pointed me to my next meeting, which is tonight. I swear his name is Arrow. I gotta lay down. PS Day 2, I guess. March 4th, 26 AMD left the AC on again and my stomach hurts. I didn't fall asleep until 5 a.m. Someone in the meeting last night said to do 30 meetings in 30 days and gave me an app to help me find them. Apparently I can go whenever. You're supposed to go instead of drinking, but I don't want to drink. I want to die. Okay, I don't want to die. I just want this part of me to die. The part that desperately wishes it could smoke right now, or have some wine without that hungry ghost in my belly screaming for chaos. In the meeting last night, I realized that I drove 26 miles with Vero in the passenger seat after 11 hours of drinking. I had like 18 different kinds of alcohol. That's a lot of numbers. I'm going back to bed. PS Day 3, March 5th, 12:33 p.m. Day 4. Stomach hurts bad today. I went to a meeting last night and like 3 people told me to take it easy and keep it simple. What the hell does that mean? I have so much to do. I completely skipped out on emails these last 2 days and I have a press release due by Friday. I realized that the hungry ghost doesn't only show up when I have a substance. It also shows up when I'm uncomfortable. Like when Dee leaves the AC on at night. Or Jared forgets Mom's birthday and I have to do all the planning. Or when there's nothing to do because no one is texting. I'm gonna work. Love you, bye. March 6th, Tenham Day 5. Dude, the meeting last night was insane. It was huge, and people talked into this microphone at a podium. The main guy was like a preacher. I didn't relate to his story at all, but I liked the way he told it. Well, the speaker said that he'd also been smoking weed since he was 13, so that was cool. He loved whiskey too, and drove drunk, and he cheated on his ex. And after they broke up, his drinking totally went downhill and he couldn't stop it. I almost raised my hand to share, but didn't. My stomach hurts. March 7th 9, 56. I have to write 2 press releases, so I can't really talk, but I wanted to get this down before I forget it. Surrender is laying down your weapons and crossing over to the winning side. Heard in a meeting. Stomach hurts less. Day 6. March 8th. 2. 5 p.m. I slept the heck in today. Did 6 meetings this week. Driving home from last night's meeting, I felt quiet. Everything was motionless, like I was a statue in a floating car, listening to the passing whooshes and watching the lights bleed from lamp to lamp. It's like all the noise in my head just stopped for 15 minutes. There's this one chick, Jeanette, who's a little cuckoo but really nice. She keeps telling me that more will be revealed. She put her number in my phone and calls every day. I don't mind it, though it was weird at first. There are other women who call me, too. It's nice, but I can never remember who they are or what they look like. I'm saving everyone's names with a flamingo emoji next to it so I know they're from program. Day 7. Still aiming for 30. March 9th 11. 3 a.m. So, I almost drank yesterday. Nora came over. Yeah, and not for me, for D. Everything was fine, and then bam, D comes out of her room and is like, Nora's on her way here. Why did I ever introduce them? I guess after 3 years she probably would have met my roommate. I bet they spend all their time talking about me. They probably don't even like each other. She closed her door and I stayed on the couch, angry as fuck, staring at the 19 Crimes bottle on the shelf. The shelf Nora and I built. I was fuming. I stared the bottle down like it was the last pin in a bowling lane, and then Ellie Flamingo called, Hey, honey, how are you? I really want to drink right now, dude, I whispered. Okay, where are you, babe? In my apartment, staring at a bottle of red. I could have opened it with my eyes. Okay, is there somewhere else you can go? Her voice was gentle. Yeah, I can take a walk. I started walking toward Liquid Legend and relaxed at the idea of a glass of cold, white wine on their porch. It occurred to me when I got there that might not be such a good idea. I stood outside for a while, hot as a cigarette. Ellie stayed on the phone with me, and I told her everything. Wow. I am so glad you shared that with me. Sounds like you have a lot of fear around this situation. Thanks for listening. Of course, it helps me too. She told me how vodka and beer were her thing, and how her exes were triggers. How she feels so much better with 5 years sober. Jeez. We seem similar. We both feel like we didn't get the handbook to life. Like everyone can tell we're faulty, pieces of shit in the center of the universe. Hey, universe, help me out, would ya? March 10th, 12. 9 a.m., day 9. I met this girl named Kathy. 2 flamingos, 'cause she's nice. And she's been texting me my day count every morning, along with a bunch of emojis. Today, it was all caps. Day 9, with flowers, stars, and people emojis that had no business being in that text, but it made me smile. Mom called. I'm moving in with, Apparently her caretaker works part-time at a hospital, and they're worried about some contagious flu. I wonder if it's what I had. Anyway, Oma needs a new caretaker, and I need to get out of my head. Plus, I miss her. In the rooms, I keep hearing that self-centeredness is the root of all our problems. That if I just help somebody else, it'll help me. Is altruism even real? I can't think about that now. I'm leaving. Today, March 12th, 10. Tenham Day 11. The morning air is misty and feels like a San Francisco beach. I like being here. My bed's a little uncomfortable, but my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Mom lets Oma have a Corona with dinner. She says it eases her dementia, and that 94-year-olds deserve a beer with dinner. I used to drink with Oma, even though I hate Coronas. I used to do a lot of things I hated. March 14th, 10:0 I got a sponsor. Her name is Leslie, and she's a producer for like movies and stuff, and I'm so excited, and she gave me homework. I'm starting the steps. P.S. I have to do gratitude lists now. Ready? I'm grateful for Oma's espresso machine, the ocean waves putting me to sleep at night, Bella the floof, Jared and Kent visiting the office, my sponsor, 13 days. Insert emojis. March 15th, 2020 AM. I can't write too much because I have to get to the store. Everything is closing for a few days because of that flu. Mom said it could be a week. I'm grateful for 2 weeks of sobriety. Oma was really happy today. That time I got sick for 2 weeks and couldn't drink. I think it gave me a window of clarity. March 16th, 8 AM, 15 days. I need a meeting. I wrote a song last night about trying to stay sober, and that helped. Working on my steps helps too. I have to write down all the ways in which I'm powerless over drugs and alcohol. Like that time I got kicked off stage for being drunk and playing the wrong song. Lol. Or that time I drove down the wrong side of the street because I was high. I feel low. I'm grateful for FaceTime safety. Being at the beach during a city pause, having food in the house, sunshine, Bella, Oma, music, Grace, and Frankie, March 19th, 12:30 p.m., 18 days. My brain is foggy with emotion, and I have a weak headache coming on. At 10:01 a.m. today, I finally cried and let my insides dry out. I sleep with one ear open in case Oma needs me in the middle of the night. At first, it felt like such a noble thing to do. I never dreamed it would get to me. Then I stopped dreaming altogether and began waking up tired. Today, I grinned my way through her morning routine. When it came time for breakfast, I started making her usual berries and yogurt. Not so usual anymore. The 27 years I've known Oma, that's what she's eaten for breakfast. But in the last year, her caretaker got her hooked on eggs and bacon, and I didn't know. Today, Oma wanted that. I proceeded to put too many berries in. Not enough yogurt. The walnuts weren't chopped, and then, no, that was too many because she can't go to the market anymore. Someone stole my car, and people keep eating my food. She threw a fit, and I left the kitchen. I rushed into my room and buried myself under my duvet. I recognize this feeling. I smile through change because I'm like a slow processing computer. My files get so full that berries and yogurt cause me to malfunction. I felt the tingle in my nose. I rubbed my eye, the tug on my frown. I rubbed my cheek. I heard Oma asking where I was. I clutched the covers and just sobbed. I sobbed for the uneaten berries. I sobbed for her dementia. I sobbed for Nora. I sobbed for my life, and how hard it was, and how